you have something to say and it's worth hearing, just start. Take a deep breath, gather what you need to gather. You have everything that you need, and just start.
Hi, welcome back to the Sing Confidently Live Creatively podcast. Estelle here. I'm a singer, actor, performer, and I'm stumbling on my words and I've only begun. And voice teacher, and I'm here to help you build confidence as a singer, performer, and creative. I'm so excited to introduce my guest, our first guest of 2026, Brandi Campbell. Brandi is an actress, producer, writer, and she has a show coming out. It's a one-woman show called Black Girl, the musical. Her slogan is Weird is award-winning, and she is absolutely an incredible creator, content creator, comedian. Oh my goodness, she's hilarious. I'm so excited for you guys to meet her auditorily and connect with her after this episode. But I want you to really listen in because she shares about her journey coming into musical theater, how she's creating the show. If you are wanting to create something on your own, but you don't know where to start, you don't know how to keep going in the face of rejection, whether it's creating your own song, writing your own song, or creating your own show, or simply taking the first step to grow as a singer and to go to auditions, this is the episode for you. This is the conversation for you. You're going to be so inspired by Brandi, and I cannot wait for you to hear it. If you have any questions about anything that she talks about on this show, be sure to connect with her after the show. She shares her Instagram, a Brandi new show at the end of the episode as well. And all of her information will be in the show notes. So definitely connect with her. And if you want to take the first step to build confidence as a singer, you guys know I'm here for you. You can go to creativelybyestelle.com/studio if you want to try a lesson with me. All right, let's get into this incredible conversation with the one and only Brandi Campbell. All right, I'm here with Brandi Campbell, and I'm so excited to bring her to you guys. It's going to be such a good chat. Hi, Brandi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing so well.
Yeah.
So nice to be talking to you.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know who you are, doesn't have the joy of following you on Instagram or TikTok, um, can you share a little bit about who you are as an artist, as a performer, and then we're going to get into what you're creating and what you're doing currently.
Yeah, of course. Okay, my name is Brandi Campbell, new founder of production company Silly Instinct Studios. I am also currently developing a musical called Black Girl the Musical. Currently, it is a one-woman show until I get more funding, which is so exciting. I actually just found out that I submitted for a comedy festival, and Black Girl the Musical got chosen to be premiered at this comedy festival in New York.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hold for the applause. Hold for the applause. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
literally incredible. Wow.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This project has been it's been like therapy.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I've been speaking to so many Black women like yourself. So I'm so happy you asked me to be on here.
Oh,
And just getting more insights on just like the Black female diaspora and just like figuring out, what makes us what makes us similar,
mm.
what is dividing us, and how can we quiet the outside noise and come back to a sisterhood. So
Yes, I love it. I love it. And we met through a mutual friend, Ife, who has been on this podcast at least twice and she'll be on the podcast again because, she's that girl just like you. And so I'm so grateful for that connection. And I would love to know I would love for you to tell us about how you got into musical theater, writing and producing acting, because the show is all about helping people build confidence to like do the thing that they want to do, whether it's singing, performing, etc. And a lot of the times what happens is that we wanted to do it when we were younger, but then something stopped us for some reason or another. Then we want to come back to it in our 20s or 30s or later, but we lack this confidence because we kind of gave up on it at a time. So I'd love to hear a little bit about your backstory.
Well, I did my first musical, Once Upon a Mattress, in
Oh,
middle school. And I had one line, and it was, yes,
good
yes.
job.
I was one of the French handmaids or something like that. Some silly little role, one line, but I said that one line.
Mm,
And from then on out, I knew this is what I was meant to do. Yeah, so I did it in high school too. And then, I went to college, went to East Carolina University, go Pirates,
okay.
and studied musical theater there. I've been doing it professionally ever since. I
That's
haven't
incredible.
stopped. I mean, COVID stopped it, but what can we do with that? Um, when they say if opportunities aren't being handed to you, you have to go make them yourself. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now, making my own opportunities.
Mm,
I know there aren't a lot of stories that are centered around Black women that don't include pain and trauma. And so, and I noticed that in the world, a lot of people are having so much to say about Black women, who we should love, who we should date, how we should dress, how we should talk. And I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this. I need to know if other Black women are feeling the same way. How can I put this out there, but in my way that's unique to myself? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a parody and make a musical out of it.
yes. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like the impetus for you to then start to dream up this idea of Black Girl the musical was like realizing that there was something missing in the market, so to speak, of like stories about Black women that are joyful, that are comedic, that are funny, that give life. And,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to being a Black woman that
Mm,
people don't understand. And all they know is what media pushes and their own preconceived notions and stereotypes that they push onto us. And it's like, you just don't know. Like, you just don't know. We
yeah.
could do so much. Like, we could
Right.
do so much. There's so
Right.
much to us. Like, and with this project, I'm just hoping. I've actually been interviewing so many Black women and
Mm,
their story and figuring out, what makes them them um and picking up these personalities and these characteristics from them for character development for the show.
right.
It's so interesting getting to know just I mean, so many Black women that come from so many different backgrounds and have so many different stories that I just like knocked something off my desk and I caught it
You're
like,
good.
and it was insane. Whoa!
Add that to the musical.
Whoa! Oh my gosh. Uh, I don't even know what I was saying.
Yeah, hearing different.
Yeah. Their stories have just been,
Mm.
blowing my mind of things that I didn't even know existed. And so it's been really cool.
That's really awesome because, most of the time when we think, oh, why do I want to be in theater? Why do I want to be a singer? Like, we love storytelling. So you're like literally taking real life stories and translating it to the musical, which is amazing. How has that process been of like, I'm just like curious as to like how the show is set up. Like, are you taking these stories and then like translating them to songs? And I know you're doing skits on your Instagram and TikTok. Like, I've been seeing that and love that. You bring the drama. You guys, we'll talk about how people can follow you because it's so production quality 10 out of 10. But yeah, so are you translating it to like songs in the musical and also scenes in between? Is there a through line as well, or is it more like individual stories? Like how are you gonna do that?
So I'll tell you what the musical's about. It's all satire. It's a pageant from hell,
Oh,
and
okay.
it centers on these four Black women. It's Miss Suburban, Miss Baby Mama, Miss First Gen, and Miss Mixed Media, she's multi like biracial.
Hmm.
So these four women, they are in this pageant and they've made it to like the finals. And it's just like these ridiculous hurdles and jumps and like just like it's so absurd. The competition and what they have to do in order to win this imaginary title of like the best Black woman, like Miss Black Supreme or something like that.
Hmm.
I haven't really quite figured out what I'm gonna call it. But yeah, that's basically the setup of it. It's like a minstrel show. It's inspired by like minstrel shows. So it would be very minstrelly. Um, heavy on the satire, but so much comedy. I mean, you will be laughing, but then underneath that, you're gonna be like, huh, that had a message to it.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so when I'm interviewing these women, I'm taking these stories, I'm inserting them into these characters to make them uh deeper than just like surface level, giving them real life problems, real life personalities, based off the women that I'm talking to. And some of the stuff that they tell me is good like story, good for like just like stories like for the dialogue or whatever in the show. But I'm not taking what they say literal and putting it in the show. It's
Yeah.
kind of just like getting like a feel for some stuff that I might want to incorporate or not. But yeah.
Yeah, that's so smart to, it like adding the depth because you could just like make up the stories, like
Mhm.
ChatGPT, like Google it, but no,
Yeah,
you're like taking it from real life Black women. It just adds another layer of depth to it. That's really cool that you're doing that. So the thing with building confidence for singers and performers and just like any creative in general is something that you are doing such a good job of is like being in the process. You don't have the finished product right now. You're in the process and yet like you're continuing to move forward, move forward, move forward. So as you're in this process, have you faced what we would maybe think of as like rejections, failures, quote unquote, setbacks that sometimes stop us, whether it's, oh, my voice cracked in a voice lesson, right? Or, oh, my, this audition didn't go so well. I've had both of those things happen, right? And so many times, like these little hiccups can stop us from continuing to go because we start to feel bad about ourselves. Have you felt or like experienced any of those mini rejections or failures or things that might have looked at like as setbacks, but you continue to push past them?
absolutely. I mean, if
Yeah.
you haven't, you must be like Superman, like I mean Superwoman, like because like what? I will say when I was younger. I will say I have been pretty blessed and highly favored. I will say that. What has been for me has been for me, and I've gotten it. But I will say when I was younger, I did used to take a rejection a little bit hard. But now that I'm older, I've like 100% gotten over that because again, what is for me, and it won't miss me. Um, actually, just recently, I had a callback for Dreamgirls, and yeah, callback for Dreamgirls. It was
Oh
an,
my
I
God.
mean, an incredible,
That's amazing.
like that was my big first time like Broadway like
Yeah,
audition.
that's incredible.
Yes, I was, in this room with all these talented, amazing women who are so incredible and can dance their booties off. And in the middle of the dance call, we had to learn two numbers, by the way. Two numbers.
That's
Camille
crazy.
A. Brown, crazy. Yeah, amazing. The show's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
We had to learn two separate dance numbers. And in the middle of it, I started feeling sick. I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling sick. Oh no,
Oh
no, no.
no.
And so I had to push through it. I pushed through it so hard. I pushed through it so hard. When it was over for me. I mean, I did the best that I could. I unfortunately didn't get to like move on to the singing portion. But I was fine. I felt okay. Even at the beginning, I gathered all the girls together in the room. We had a big prayer circle. I was like, we're all in here together doing, working towards the same goal. Some of us will move forward, some of us will not, and that's okay. Just means that it was meant to be for us, and it might not just be our time right now, and that's okay. Something else might be out there. Yeah, I prayed over the girls, and then I felt so calm. I was great. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, it was such a beautiful moment, and I knew from that moment I was like, wow, I've really matured in this industry, um, and not taking it too hard when something doesn't go as planned,
Yeah.
because it's not a no, it just could be redirection.
Yeah.
Redirect it in a new path, a new journey. And then I think for me, it's me focusing on what it is that I'm currently working on, because I think it's very important for the time that we're in and the political climate that we're in.
Mhm.
It's needed, and so I need to be putting all my chips into what it is that I'm writing.
Period. Okay, I have like three things. First of all, um, I think that you're like probably the best person to be in the audition room with ever because I love that you gathered everyone, prayed over them. Girl, I need to be in the audition room with you next time because that's beautiful. What a
Yeah.
beautiful thing to do and to like, I mean, in an industry that's so competitive to have that heart of camaraderie, which obviously shows in the fact that you're creating this musical about connecting Black women's stories. You're really good at connecting people and I don't know,
Oh,
just like seeing people. That's awesome.
that's so cool to
Anyway,
hear.
um, that's
Yeah.
incredible. The other thing I wanted to say is that this is huge that you were even like you were in that room, that you were at that callback. That's amazing. And I think that it just goes to show that like what you're talking about, what you're saying is real, that you have encountered like setbacks and things like that when you were younger, right? And because you pushed through that, you went through those setbacks, you faced the self doubt head on, you faced the fears, and you kept going. Now you're at this place where you're in this huge room, in this beautiful space, and the setback and the fear and the rejection is not phasing you because you've kept pushing through. And I think if that makes sense, like it took time and it took work, but like it's so evident that it was worth it. And I want people to hear that, like, it's worth it when you do the work of like facing those challenges, if that makes sense. So that's amazing. And then I don't remember what the third thing was, but yeah, let's move on. I guess the third thing was my next thought, which was oh, go ahead, girl. Yeah.
And
Yeah, of
um,
course.
a major setback for me and a
Mm,
lot of us was COVID.
yeah.
Absolutely. Lost a lot of youth, lost a lot of flexibility, lost a lot,
Not the youth. You guys, Brandi is so funny. Oh
lost
my
a
gosh.
lot of
You're funny
flexibility.
on Instagram. You're funny on social media, and you're funny here too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yikes. I was like, after that, I was like, what the heck am I doing? Didn't work for so long after that. Like, I was floundering. I was like in survival mode. I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I even going to ever do this again? And I will say, probably within the past, like, I ventured into voice acting instead. Like
Ah,
there's so many different avenues in this industry. People, let me know you that there are so
fun.
many different ways to make money in this industry.
Speak on it.
Yes, but also, yeah. So I just like ventured into other aspects of the industry. And I was really hard on myself. I was like, dang, like I was working on my craft. I haven't been working on my craft in so long. I feel so stiff.
Mm,
And I honestly maybe just last year started really getting back into the swing of things. And I'm just now really starting to pick up again. So it takes time and it takes commitment and it takes heart and it takes passion
yeah.
because there's literally nothing else I could ever see myself doing in this world except for being some rich man's wife. Okay?
You can do both.
Yeah,
Who
I can do
said who said you can't?
it. Yeah, that's my dream.
But actually, that's perfect. That segues perfectly to my next question, which was like, when it comes to, so you talked about like you did musical theater at ECU and then like you just like went right into it. And then COVID was a setback, but you kept going, you found other ways to pivot, and now you're back into what you were doing before. So like in those beginning stages, and even like now, like coming back after COVID, kind of for people listening, who are kind of like, I want to get back into musical theater. I want to get back into singing. Where do I begin? Um, what did that process look like of like starting to do theater professionally, starting to sing professionally, putting yourself out there is a big thing that I talk about on the show of like, even if it's just like sing on your stories, like you gotta like get comfortable like putting yourself out there. What was that like for you? And then I'm going to ask about your process now on like when you're doing your work as an actor, as an artist. How does that look like on a daily basis? But let's go back to like when you were first coming out of um undergrad.
Okay. So before I graduated, we had to make a 5-year plan.
Mm.
But on this 5-year plan, the goals that we wanted to accomplish. And I still have it. It's like in my file somewhere, but mine were something like it was like BET Moon in Once on This Island,
Yeah.
book a cruise contract. Um, oh gosh, and like some other stuff that was on there. And I literally ticked so many of those things off. But
Mm,
COVID, I went back on that list and I looked at it and I realized that, oh my gosh, I accomplished so many of these things. Write it down. First,
mm,
I'm going to tell you, first step is to write it down. Write it down, your goals, and then underneath there, write down how you're going to get to these things. Under each bullet, how you're going to get to them. What do you think you can do to get to them? Um, when I graduated, I had to have like, I was audition packet ready. Like I was ready. I had all my cuts. I had my monologues memorized. Like that's it. It's just honestly stay ready and you ain't gotta get ready is the mantra you really, really, really need to live by. Stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready. Um,
yes.
because when you are ready, when the call comes in, I was booking stuff simply because and it's also okay. Number two is who you know.
Mhm.
I had my first contract. It was a repertoire at a theater out in Grand Lake, Colorado. And during that contract, one of the people one of my castmates was like showing me something on her phone, and a theater that she had worked for previously was casting for Once on This Island. And I was like, oh, okay, reach out to them and ask them if they cast for T Moon yet. And she reached out and they were like, no, send in stuff. I sent in my stuff to them. Got cast as
Wow.
T Moon. Um, and it's just stuff like that. Okay, so first, write it down. Number two, it's who you know. Connect, connect, connect. Talk, talk, talk to as many people as you possibly can. Just talk your butt off. Even if you're scared to do it, you gotta push past it. You gotta talk to every single person you know, make friends with every single person, the tech crew, the directors, the choreographers, your cast members, every single person. Number three, be kind to every single person you meet in the industry. Be so kind that it hurts you. Be the kindest person kindness takes you so far. It takes you so far. And which is something that I'm thinking about now because I see like I don't know, a lot of mean people get pushed in the industry and kindness is overlooked. But at the end of the day, if you want to be a good person, just be kind. Be kind
Yeah.
to everyone. And that will also help get you places. Um, did I lose the plot?
No, girl, you wrote the plot. That was good. I wrote notes.
Okay.
I was taking notes, so I know I
Okay.
can like hit on these points.
Yeah.
That was so good. I hope you guys are taking notes listening because I got my notes. Like, that's the beautiful thing about doing a podcast, guys. If you want to learn anything, just start a podcast and ask people because
Yeah.
you will learn things and you will bless other people. But oh my gosh, thank you for blessing all of us with that. That's so good.
Mhm.
And it's clear that you've taken your own advice. Like, you have learned this like by doing it and now you have the fruit to show of it. And the last thing I want to ask before we kind of wrap up is just like now that you are in it, you're creating your own work, like you're getting callbacks to Dreamgirls, like you're in it. When it comes to that daily work, excuse me, of being an artist, because it's really the little things, like you said, like staying ready, all of that. Like it's those little things that you do on a regular, consistent basis. I talk about like voice practice every day. Like, do you have a routine warming up your voice? Like, that kind of thing. For you, do you have your own kind of practice on a daily basis when it comes to like, I'm waking up, I'm getting ready for the day. Now it's time for me to do my work as an actor. What does that look like for you?
I will say I fell off hardcore in 2024.
That's all
Um,
right.
yes, I fell off so bad. Like I was a gym nut in 2024. Okay, I was constantly in the gym. I was constantly doing my routines.
Mm,
Fell off. This year though, I'm getting back into it. I've
yeah.
started. I started the year off fasting, so I'm actually on my last day of my like no food fast today. So I get to eat
Wow.
tomorrow.
Yes. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Period.
Trying to be a skinny legend. Skinny fit legend. But healthy,
Oh,
a healthy girl. Just trying to
yeah.
be a healthy
Mm,
set my mind and my body and stuff in my spirit.
yeah.
Um, this is my goal. This is my routine for this year. 5 a.m. wake up, get to the gym by 5:30, work out for an hour, do my vocal warm-ups after that. work because unfortunately I have to work a regular stupid job.
Oh, what's that all
Ugh,
about?
ugh, so stupid. Just like give me money and let me create art, please. And
Oh,
enter rich husband.
yeah. What's your day job, if you don't mind me asking?
Hi, nanny.
Oh, perfect, but
I
so
do see.
flexible.
It is.
That's
It
beautiful.
actually is like it actually is pretty good. And
Yeah, the money.
mucho dinero. I used to live out in LA and baby, well, the cost of living is higher, of
Right.
course, but also I would make so much nannying. You know what?
Mm.
Let me just be completely transparent because I'm trying to be open about monies. I would make at most maybe like $35 an hour
Hmm.
for somebody's kid, and
Hmm.
you could make up to like 40 an hour watching somebody's kid. And
Yeah. And
yes.
Raleigh, like Raleigh is you guys, Brandy's from Raleigh and is oh, did you want them to know?
No, go
I
ahead.
don't know if it's public,
Mhm.
but you're in Raleigh, North Carolina. I talk about where I am, just like not specifics,
You can
but yeah.
bleep it out if you want. Like honestly, I'm not that big yet, so like no.
But like I know like and there's wealthy people in that area. So like that's good.
People will pay for their kids. If it's
Oh
something
yeah.
that involves their children and they don't have to do it or be involved, they will pay.
Yeah. Amen to
Hmm.
that.
Yes. Hmm.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I teach voice in Raleigh. So like all my like those kids, yeah, their parents are paying. They're paying
Yes, they will. I told you they will pay when it
for
involves your
their
kids.
children.
They will
Yeah.
pay.
Well, that's
Mhm.
good. That's good. Okay, so sorry, I interrupted you. So you go to your job.
Yeah, work, come home, write
Mm,
because I'm a writer now. I've always been a writer, but it's been like I'm in a place in my life where it's like, all right, I'm a writer. So yeah, I write for an hour, eat, go to bed, go to bed on time.
amen.
Honestly, no matter no matter what you do, go to bed. Just go to bed.
Yeah. Oh my
Don't look at
gosh.
your phone, read before bed or something like that. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. Like having that phone in your face before you go to sleep. I would have some crazy dreams. I would wake up in the middle of the night. Like establish a good bed routine, and it will make your days so much better, so much happier.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing. I love that practical advice. I think it's so helpful for people to hear, as they're starting this journey, as they're really going all in on their performer goals this year,
Mhm.
to know like this is how we are doing it practically, like, step by step, little by little. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
honestly, a great step. Get rid of this. Put any chance you get to put this away, like lock it in a drawer. It kills creativity.
Yeah.
Like,
She's talking about her phone, you guys. This is
yes, my phone. Oh, sorry, this is not gonna be.
you're good, you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, my phone. Lock it away. Put it in a drawer. Just like get rid of it because
Yeah.
it will do you no good. I do not scroll. I do not look. I rarely look at other people's videos, like funny videos, because I
That's
hate
the
getting ideas.
smartest thing to do.
Yes.
Smart, so smart.
Yes,
Like
I will get
more creative.
ideas subconsciously, and then we'll be like, wait, did I see that somewhere? Where? Or was that my idea? Throw it away.
Yes, that's so smart. Creating more than you're consuming is like 10 out of 10, the biggest, best thing to do.
Mhm.
I love it.
Oh, can I say a quote?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Also, great tip in this industry. And I read this in Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Light. I
Okay.
know. I know. What? Okay, yeah. He said, he says, be less impressed and be more involved.
Ooh,
So, don't compare yourself to anybody else in this industry and their journey. It will get you nowhere. Be less impressed with what everyone else got going on and be more involved in your life and see where that takes you.
I love that. That's a beautiful place to end. My last thing is always to ask, like, if you had like one last piece of advice, like real quick to give to the person who's sitting there who's like, I just don't feel like I could ever be like Brandy, like I could never even go to an audition, much less like create my own musical. Like they're sitting in self-doubt, they're sitting in fear, they're still sitting in like all the shame that comes to us when we know we have something to give as a gift, but we just don't feel like we're good enough. What would you say to them?
I would say you're never going to be like me. You can only be like you, and that's what makes you so beautiful.
Amazing.
That
Amazing.
is, we need that authenticity. We need uniqueness in this life more than anything right now. We are surrounded by monotonous. just like monotone
Yeah.
art. It's not, I can't even call it art. I'm not gonna even call it art. Copycat. Uh,
Mm,
yes, you have something to say and it's worth hearing. Just start. Take a deep breath, gather what you need to gather. You have everything that you need, and just start.
incredible. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. That's what you portray in this musical that you're creating. You're literally living that out. So, can you tell everyone how they can find out more about you, how they can support your musical? Like if you want to support Black women doing incredible art, like let them know how to find you so that they can do that and connect with you as well.
Yeah. You can follow me at a Brandi New Show, and that's Brandy with an I, on Instagram and TikTok. Or you can shoot me an email at brandy@blackgirlthemusical.com. And I always respond. It may take me a couple days, because I'm busy, sorry. But I will always respond. But yeah, and I have a show coming up. First show, first premiere of Black Girl the Musical in New York on April 9th
Oh
in New
my
York. So
gosh,
stay
I didn't
tuned.
know.
Yeah, stay
Incredible.
tuned for more information
Yeah.
on that. But yeah, that's the first place it will be premiering. So yeah,
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us, your advice, your encouragement. I really, really appreciate you.
of course. Thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to meet you. You look
You
so
too.
beautiful.
You do too. Oh my gosh.
You're so
Thank you.
gorgeous. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you so, so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the performing arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so, so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.